In the case of nuclear or radiological fallout, people living around potential targets. You shouldn't leave your shelter until officials say so.
This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Citizens are advised to take the following steps. Stay alert to news media events or local emergency alert notifications.
Wait, these idiots haven't died yet? We're actually continuing this story? Fine. Previously on The Big Red Button.
And I reach down and I find a rock that weighs roughly the amount of a duck. And I throw it to the side.
We haven't even come across it yet, Godfrey. Why?
But it might chase it and we can run.
Or you could wake it up.
Oh my goodness.
And that one.
Can throw.
How did you throw it that far, dude?
Whisper in a stage whisper to everyone present. Run!
We run too, or we wait while you run?
No, we all run. We all run.
Okay, we tiptoe.
I want to see what was in here, because there might be something of value.
A freshly killed rad stag. But this is not like a regular rad stag. This seems to be like a really fat, well taken care of rad stag, and it has a collar.
As a collar?
The name Daisy.
I motion to the guys. We need to go.
All right, here we go. But you also notice larger footprints that are also around this nest as well.
Of Daddy Deathclaw.
Godfrey was right. Run! Run!
Now chasing the whole lot of you as you start to run.
I have been running since we got that mama distracted.
Throw another rock! Throw another rock! Do it again!
Come on, little peanut, let's go!
The Deathclaw is catching up very quickly. So this Deathclaw descends upon the group deftly, and this large super mutant behemoth pours out of the wreckage, flipping cars and knocking trees over as it jumps on the Deathclaw, pummeling it with its large, shiny, pneumatic claws.
This is Mister Klawzinski. He is our overseer we look for.
We just got saved by Santa Claus as a mutant.
Hey everybody, I'm your Game Master Houston, and welcome to the Big Red Button. I'm taking over this
Somebody
joint.
knocked that fourth wall down again. Get back in there. Get back in there.
Yeah, I'm taking over this joint. This story is becoming trite and derivative.
There's gonna be rad roaches and everything in here if you don't get back in there. Get. Welcome everybody to the Big Red Button. The button's
So spacious
right
in
now.
here with that wall knocked down, I will say. It's like a more of an open floor plan concept. I like.
Is this building even stable anymore? The fourth wall's been knocked down so many times.
It's still up to code, I think.
I can't afford walls in this game. What are you talking about? It's no walls. We're all here together. We're all gonna die together. If you die in this game, you die in real life.
Yay! Yeah, if we all die, technically Dallas isn't needed anymore, so we better not die.
Yeah, I'm not real. This is the only thing keeping me in reality right now is this game.
What?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, your community college is
no.
actually a mental institution.
It is. Listen, that's a legit fear of mine that I'm going to walk around the corner at a store and be like, where's my family? And they're like, you don't have a family? And it's going to be like a handler, and they're going to take me back to the room. But anyway, speaking of delusions of grandeur and
In therapy with Dallas.
welcome to the Big Red Button. It's already pushed. It's already broken. It's not coming back up.
It's like when you press that one button on the remote and then it kind of gets stuck under a little bit, and it was just like, no, I don't want to go to channel 4444444444444. Like, no, I just wait, there we go. I wiggled it back into place. Just 1 4. Thank you.
Yeah. Speaking of numbers and ones and zeros, we have Godfrey here with us today. Played.
Hello. I think so far I have skirted the naughty list.
So far, you have, but played
Yeah, that
by
was
the
good.
even naughtier William. So welcome,
Ooh.
both of you.
Hello.
So we've got one that's voluptuous, one that's naughty,
Yeah.
the big X-rated button.
Also, we have our local demolition man who likes to break fourth walls only, Houston,
Well, you see,
played by.
here. I'm just inspired by that guy, that homicide lake. Is that his name? Is that his name? Dead?
Homicide
Dead pool, maybe? Is that what it's called?
I was like, murder pond. I was very confused. What is going on? And it's played by the smooth-skinned but rough-hearted Cody.
Oh,
Oh,
you're not wrong.
He has nothing to say.
No,
Look,
everyone was just marinating in that truth.
I have a daily regiment where I take a bath in nothing but Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. That's how it keeps so smooth skinned.
Oh, that explains it. That
You
explains a
just
lot.
sprinkle a couple of chicken wings in there and you find them as you go. It's the best way to do it. Speaking of chicken wings, we have the delicious, when cooked in the sauce, Jake Winger.
well, I think chicken wing was probably the right definition given my history with firearms, because these poor things just can't really hold up that 44 Magnum. I think I dropped it last episode and I didn't get it back.
You
so
did not. It's still somewhere out in the wasteland, and
I don't feel like going back in the deathclaw nest to go find it. So
yeah. And you almost
I think
got
I'll just stay
cooked
right here.
by the cannibals as well. And Jake is played by the equally delicious Alex.
Ooh, voluptuous, naughty, and delicious. We're off to a great start here today, gentlemen.
Is this a bachelor party? It feels like a bachelor party right now.
Big honkin'
And
is getting
wings. Are we going,
married.
is this Hooters? No, it's Hooters.
When you started out and said you said speaking of chicken wings, and I'm like, oh yeah, Jake Wing, or
That would have been a
someone who's-
better segue because
it's
I
like
said speaking
someone
of.
who's equally delicious dipped in sauce. I'm like, oh well, that's not where.
Listen, I said speaking of chicken wings, not having a clue how I was gonna pick that up on the other side.
Oh no.
I was like, future me will figure it out. We've got this. Okay, he'll get it.
Those are the best lines when you start a sentence not knowing where it's going.
Did.
Michael
I'll set
Scott
this
was
up.
onto something there.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out. That's not present me's problem. That's future me's problem. All right. So, last we were with our stragglers. We got into some trouble pretty quick.
You could call it that.
Started out pretty cautious, sneaking and tiptoeing. But then we lingered a little too long, made a bull deathclaw kind of angry. First off, I think we skipped over the greatest pitch of all time by a robot
Thank you.
who threw a rock so far, but kind of didn't matter in the end. There's a surprise.
Kind of didn't matter. It didn't matter because it derailed your plan. And you were like, nope, I'm not laying any more tracks. We're getting back on this one.
When a mommy deathclaw and a daddy deathclaw love each other very much.
That's right.
What happens, Houston?
Well, I'll tell you when you're older.
They poop an egg.
They didn't cover that part in the books.
We had a Jurassic Park chase scene.
Oh, it's very exciting.
We almost lost our party of scrappy hero wannabes.
Stragglers.
Stragglers?
Just stick with stragglers.
Stragglers?
You will put respect on that name, sir. Straggler. Straggler.
I'm pretty sure this is how last names actually start through history. We just start calling our group something, and then they're a family.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm a baker. My last name is Baker. I'm a shoemaker. My last name is Shoemaker.
Smith.
Yeah.
I'm a Smith. Smith.
I'm a McGregor. Because I'm a Greg. I don't know.
Wow, way to break it.
Sorry. So you guys were saved in just the Saint nick of time by See, look at that. I can't land a ball. I can't make chicken wings work every time, but we've got it here.
I see you when you're sleeping.
Ladies and gentlemen, to break the fourth wall yet again, this is the third episode we've recorded this day, so we're extra neuro-spicy tonight.
That's not how neuro-spicy works.
I'm going to put the NBC, the more you know sound effect.
So you guys were rescued by a gentleman, perhaps, a super mutant behemoth that goes by the name Mister Klawz because he has claws on his hands, and that's the only reason why.
Well, his last name is Klawzinski.
Oh yeah, and his last name is Klawzinski. So you were rescued by him just in the nick of time from his guard Deathclaw that unfortunately had eaten one of his rad stags.
Oh, Daisy.
R.I.P. Hey, but if we go harvest Daisy's meat and cook it, that gives us an extra 20 carry. I remember that
An
much.
extra 20 what?
William's looking at me with his eyes just getting big, huge. Yeah, in the games, if you cook certain meats, you get, perks.
Yeah.
And rad stags are the best because I am a hoarder in the games and I want to carry everything. And so if I eat rad stag, I can carry more weight.
Oh,
But no, I'm only allowed to check Daisy for a collar, and you can't eat the family pet, apparently.
Rude. I thought that was a given. Sorry.
I'm going to go change the menu for tomorrow. I will be back.
So we were rescued by Mister Klawzinski.
Yes.
We didn't get to eat the family deer.
You did not.
And now we're in his chimney, his cave.
His cave
of wonders.
His cave of wonders.
Workshop, if you will.
His workshop.
And Klawzinski is also our super mutant friends' old overseer. And they are very surprised and in awe of being back with their beloved overseer, who took care of them in their vault.
Sounds like he was a good man.
Allegedly, that's the story going around town. So
Santa gone bad.
we don't know what Santa's done. Santa did punch a deathclaw a whole bunch of times. I mean, Mister Klawz, not Santa. They're two different people. Probably. You guys are now in the cave, safely away from any deathclaws that may be roaming about.
Mr. Bezos, feel free to bring Mister Klawzinski into the Fallout TV show.
Yeah, I will. If you want to pay, I will gladly license this story if you would like to. Is that how that works?
Yes.
You guys, collectively, you three of the super mutants, the Lady Grey, and Mister Klawz are now in a meandering passageway of some sort of cave. It is fairly dark where you are. And you don't hear a lot of sounds coming from the pathway ahead.
Is there any art on the walls?
No.
That gives us a signifier.
Have him roll for perception.
Yeah.
Have him roll.
Oh, yeah. I'm not telling you. Now there might be. Now who knows? Now I'm all upset about it.
to give us an idea as to who this guy is.
Sure. Do you want to do a perception check in this caveway?
I will happily do a perceptions check.
That's what I'm talking about. 10, and you need a 2, and we'll do science, which is a 3, so a 5.
So he had a 10 and an 8.
8. None of those worked. So you don't really see anything. It's kind of dim. Your old irradiated eyes don't see much.
Wait, Godfrey has the low light sensor, and we're in the dark now. And you took the cap off and put it inside your compartment, right, Godfrey?
If I had rolled a 20, would something have gouged my eyes out? Like,
Something would have happened for sure.
Say.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to float my way to the front. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Mister Klawzinski, is it?
Yes. Yes.
On behalf of all of these sacks of flesh behind me, I would just like to thank you for your assistance with the murder paw that was attacking us back there. We're very grateful to still be here and to still be in one piece.
You are welcome. He is usually not so aggressive, but you are stepping close to his eggs, so he tried to kill you.
After we distracted the female, my advice was to run. But as I've learned, no one listens to me. So,
wow, it's so cavernous in here, almost like it's a cave. Are you guys seeing it? Well, I'm not seeing much anything. It's pretty dark.
it's like there's an echo here.
how long is this your dwelling?
This is my home away from home, if you will. We're almost there.
Where is your home? Like, where are you originally from?
We will talk later about that. Here we go.
Is it damp in here to anybody? Like a little humid almost?
Kind of
like,
moist.
yeah, musty. Also, I forget, are you able to eat stalagmites or stalactites? Which ones are edible?
See those glowing mushrooms back there? You can eat those.
So you guys
It's funny because he doesn't know that glowing mushrooms are a thing in the Fallout world.
You guys make it to the mouth of this passageway, and it opens up to a large, expansive room. So you weren't far off when you said that it was warm and moist.
And everyone loves the word moist.
Moist. The ground is moist. The cave walls are
Moist.
I hate you all.
You know what? Never mind.
Moist.
No editing.
No.
Never mind, it's staying. Whoa, there's a waterfall in here. This is the underground lair. Are you the Silver Shroud? Oh,
What's a silver shroud?
the superhero who fights crime as an anti-hero, vigilante.
Oh, yeah. No, I wish.
Oh, okay.
He's richer than me.
So you step out, and so this cave, as you round the very sharp corner, it's extremely bright, like the sun. Almost pre-bomb drop sunlight is filling this cavern, and you walk in, and the dirt and the rock that you had been stepping on has transformed into dirt, regular dirt.
So wait, the dirt transformed into dirt? Bravo.
Yeah, from cave dirt to a more
to dirt. Oh, wow, it went from dirt to dirt.
fertile dirt that has
Fertile dirt.
grasses.
Fertile dirt.
That's going to be a character.
From rocky
couple games
clay to now
fertile dirt.
Yes, like a
topsoil.
yes.
Interesting.
Hard, rocky, moist cave entrance.
Moist.
I temporarily slow down my thrusters to just drop into the fertile dirt. To say, whoa, what's everyone raving about? Feels like dirt.
Fertile dirt.
Anyway, how are the thrusters back on?
There's grass, and it's not the normal, mutated, yellowed grass of the wasteland. This is green grass. And there are huge trees in the background. Almost like a microforest of non-mutated, beautiful trees. And to your left As you look over there, you see what look like maybe are like stables built into the cave walls. And there's a large door and wall to your right. Well, this is where you guys are now sitting. And you hear the sounds of things moving.
Oh, wait, so we are in full sunlight now, right?
Yes.
Or maybe real sunlight, maybe simulated sunlight. We don't really know yet.
Right. Some light is what we're going to call it.
Some light. Sim light, maybe.
Sim light.
I want to roll for perception just to see what we're like. I know there's stables, but I hear movement. I want to kind of understand what our surroundings actually are. Like maybe see for workbenches or
Okay.
understand what's going on.
And what's the temperature?
It's like a nice 80 degrees, 75, 80 degrees.
It's balmy in here.
So not
Okay.
North Pole.
So what? So I guess I could use perception and
We'll do science.
science.
Science or survival, I'll dealer's choice.
Survival's 3, and perception is 5. So I need an 8 or higher to figure out what the heck is going on in here. Rolling a
13. Fantastic. That's a great number.
Yeah, that happened last time too. Roll again. Come on. Hey, a 3. There we go. That's more like
All
it.
right. So you're just observing the entire room that you're in, correct?
Yeah, I want to just kind of understand, like, what is the layout? Is there a purpose for where the things are placed?
Okay.
Like, I'm trying to piece it together because we just came through a cave entrance, but I want to wrap my mind around what I'm seeing.
Okay. So as you pan around this huge room, like we're talking massive, because on one end, on the left, you see those stables, and on each stable, there's a name on the door that goes into each one of these, like a horse stable would look pre-war. And there's a lot of hay and straw strewn about there. Water, it looks like running water to a tub in one part of this as well. One of the doors is open, and it looks like it was pushed open at some point, while all the other ones are secured. And you hear what sounds like animal sounds on the other side of these stables. And then those transition to the huge forest, and the sounds that you heard, as everything is now coming into focus, your eyes are adjusting to the light. You see pristine white Mr. Handies milling about. Some of them are going to the stables. Some of them are kind of manipulating the hay, putting them in piles, getting water. One looks like it's cleaning out that stall that's open.
Do they look like normal Mr. Handies?
They are very clean, and they
Besides being clean.
besides being clean, they look like regular Mr. Handies. They are missing like a flamethrower component that is fairly standard, and they just have another manipulator claw. In milling about in the trees, where it's very dark because these are very large trees with lots of tree cover, you see the other Mr. Handies that are tending to this forest that is in here. And all the way to the right, you see a man-made wall, very large wall, that goes to the ceiling, and inset into this wall is a huge door that obviously is probably there because the only person that you can see that is a living, breathing organism so far is Mister Klawz. See you in this room.
Interesting.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, intelligent life. Hello there!
Oh, great. There's more
Hello.
of them.
And I hover over to the first Mr. Handing that's tending to the stalls.
Hello there! Hello! My name is Godfrey.
Hello, Godfrey. My name is Gerald. It's a pleasure to meet you.
How long... Sorry, I've been isolated down in the security vaults since my manufacturing date, and, well, you can see my current company.
Oh my gosh, there's 2 of them.
How long have you worked here? What do you do?
More than that.
Can we...
My job here is to tend to the forest, to tend to the creatures, and anything else that Mr. Klawz needs here in the wasteland.
Thank you. Yes. Do you have any? I'm sorry. I've never met another one before. I'm a bit. Master Wing, what's this feeling? What is this feeling?
Probably nostalgia, or maybe it's akin to like familial bond, friendship. Maybe
He's excited.
I'm excited.
I don't know.
Yes,
maybe that
yes.
last arm is something else, but
Yes. Thank you, Master Winger. Anyway, sorry. Please do ignore them over there.
Yes, I will.
And then he kind of hovers off.
So are we going to have to spend our whole time here with you interacting with yourself, in essence?
Doesn't it sound like a dream?
I think I'm going to take another chance with the cannibals.
Houston, let's not get hasty. It may be okay. So, Mister Klawz, we are big fans of your friends here. They have taken great care of us, and they speak very highly of you, sir. How can we thank you for your saving us back there? How can we show our thanks?
I'm just glad you are safe, and I'm glad the boys are alive and safe as well. Why don't you guys come in here and sit down, and then we can talk?
Okay.
All right.
There's a massive rock to my left that it's been like carved to look like a chair, but it's like 10 feet high, and there's a little like apple crate over here on the ground that's empty from the orchard out there. And so I put it on the ground and I reach up and I'm like dangling kind of precariously, and I'm like, do I need to sit up here, or can I just sit on the crate?
Hey, Winger.
Yeah?
They've got a normal kitchen table for normal human-sized people over here. You don't have to do that.
Wait, and so I like freeze while I'm still hanging on the ledge, and I look over my shoulder. Oh yeah, that's a normal table. All right.
Well, why don't we go inside where we can talk in here?
Wait, there's an inside? I thought this was inside. Are we?
It's an inside.
Okay.
So he guides you guys into the man-made structure.
Sorry,
And
I'll be back. Don't worry. I'll be back.
I await your return.
He doesn't have the emotion that Godfrey does. It's all very just matter of fact.
right, yeah, a little more sterile.
It's learned.
Yeah.
So everybody kind of is guided and shuffled into the man-made portion of this odd structure that you guys are in. And in here, as you walk into the initial portion of this room, you see a behemoth-sized bed in one corner. Very Spartan in its decor, just really mattress and a blanket that would cover, perhaps an Olympic-sized pool. But
Wait, did you say Spartan?
Yeah, Spartan, very
sparse,
sparse.
like, not decorative, right?
No, Spartan's the right word. No, going Spartan, that's the word.
Because I heard this is Sparta, and I was like picturing like ancient Greek, like, and then it just took a like whiplash in my head. Sorry.
No, yeah, very
Which is-
Spartan, sparse.
Yeah. If this was in Las Vegas or New Vegas, then there would be Spartans because that's a thing. Or Caesar's
The Roman Legion,
yeah.
So I walk over to the mattress and I'm like, all right, it's about like probably 4 feet high up on me, but it's just a mattress slab. And so I'm just like pressing down on it. Like, this has pretty good. Does this help with your lower back? Because I've been sleeping on a cot and my lower back is killing me. Like, does this help?
Yes, it has very good lumbar support.
I think that's exactly what I need to research when we get home. That sounds, wow. Where did you find this?
I made it
Really? Where did you get all the springs?
from my workshop.
Oh, you made it, like
Yes.
top to bottom. Wow.
My vault has manufacturing capabilities.
Wow.
Mr. Klawz,
Yes,
could I ask you a few personal questions?
depends. First off, let's do introductions. My name is Nicholas Klawzinski, but my friend
Nikolai.
Nikolai Klawzinski. Sometimes I forget what the game master said earlier. My friends call me Mister Klawz, or Klawz. You guys can call me Klawz if you would like. Any friend of my boys is a friend of mine. And so if you are with them and you are still alive, I'm assuming you are pretty good people.
We are very close to them. In fact, we have even gotten to hear some of your cultural poetry. Jeremy, do you mind breaking out another sonnet?
No, not right now. Let's just get to business.
Jeremy, you have to...
Jeremy, are you now writing poetry? I am not. But who was it?
Sloppy.
Sloppy does.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You should hear the kind of just the way with words that they have.
Dude, Sloppy is not here. Obviously, amongst you. But did Sloppy, do you know anything that Sloppy has done?
So the super mutant kind of look at each other and shrug. And so I'm going to, all right, you know what? I'm going to roll myself. We will leave this up to the fates.
Okay.
Since it's 20-sided, if it's below a 10, they find another note. If it is above 10, they do not.
Okay.
10, chaos reigns. Oh, they didn't find another note. They'd have.
What was it? What was it?
16. Oh, you can't see mine?
No.
So unfortunately, they only have the one.
Jeremy, how could you be so cruel to your friend to just leave his poems around willy-nilly and not take better care of them? That's just...
He has them all and he is putting them in a book.
Oh, okay.
We have no way of copying them except by hand.
I like his style. Very monkish.
Yeah, it's very analog, very retro.
No, we're very good friends with them now. They've taken care of us, and I think she likes us now. I don't know. Do you like us, Lady Grey?
So Lady Grey is propped up against a wall, taking all of this in, and she looks leery and a little nervous. And when you ask her this, she rolls her eyes. And so she tells Mr. Klawz,
Well, I mean, I haven't killed him yet, and I'm not saying I like them, but they're not dead. I mean, I'm looking out for my boys, and the boys are looking out for these idiots.
This kind of feels like, we got introduced to the boys. This is like when everyone gets introduced to Dallas, and they all like Dallas more than they like each of us. And it's
that's
like,
not true.
Oh, Lady Grey introduced us to the boys, and we all like the boys, and she's just like, whatever, they're fine. Like, whatever. William's like, Alex is fine, but Dallas, now there's the star of the show. Yeah.
Listen, it's because I've got 7 super mutants living inside of my brain, and they're just now they're allowed to come out now. This was all just a ruse for me to slowly start.
They've been there his whole life, and he finally gave them an outlet.
Yeah. You all just wait. When you see what else is in here, it's not over yet.
It's like Sally Fields in Mrs. Doubtfire. The whole time.
So the super mutant, he sits down on a large couch that he has put in here, and there are some other seats, although they are, just wooden benches at this point. And he kind of waves a hand for everyone to sit down, perhaps to chat. Would anybody this is a new room. You haven't seen inside of this room. Would anybody like to little peek and little gander?
I'll take a look around.
Okay, so Houston is going to use a perception and a science, so you need a 5.
You need a 5? All right.
And then I crash my eyes into a Mr. Handy robot. I'm rolling. I don't know why I have to roll to see things, but that's weird.
We got a 10.
I got a 10.
There we go. Yeah.
Halfway there.
Rolling. Little money.
Oh, it was
7.
almost a 1.
So, because of all of the ruckus before, unfortunately, Houston's eyes haven't completely adjusted to the brightness of the room. So he's, still a little overwhelmed as well. So he doesn't really see anything out of the way or anything in particular, because he is so focused on how large this bed is and being in the presence of this behemoth. Because even in his 200 years of being alive, he has never seen a super mutant behemoth before.
I will do perception. Let's test out this new aperture, shall we? The lens craft is stored securely in my compartment. There you go.
Built-in lens crafters. Ooh, an 8. You needed a 7.
Almost there.
A 10. You needed a 10, so you did.
I got it with the 7. Yes.
You did? Yeah. So the room comes into view for you. You needed a 10, as we also were doing perception plus science. You take a look around and are able to see quite a bit from your seat. You see around kind of the corner where the bed is, and you see a long line to your right of charging stations for robots or robot-like creatures. We're assuming that those are probably for all those Mr. Handies that we saw out and about. But they are all currently empty, but they do look well-maintained and powered, which is a rarity here in the Wasteland. You see a vast array of work benches. You see a desk with a computer, a vast array of electronics equipment, metalworking equipment, intricate tools, large tools, but all of the benches look like they were built for a very large person. It looks like fresh oil in a barrel to the side of one of them, probably to help maintain robotics equipment and other moving parts over in the corner as well.
Mr. Klawz, this is incredible craftsmanship. What are those little docks over there? What is that for?
I know exactly what those are for.
So he kind of looks over at Godfrey and smiles, which to you looks horrifying, because a super mutant's mouth doesn't form the same way anymore as a normal human. But you get the gist of it. You get the gesture.
Mr. Klawz, can I interpret your grotesque gesture as permission?
Yes, you may go and take care of yourself. It looks like maybe you have had a rough time as of late. Is that a camera on one of your eye stalks?
Oh, thank the network. Oh, praise be the bite. Let's go.
So Jeremy chimes in, almost sheepishly, making an excuse.
They were in bad shape
for Godfrey.
He was in pretty bad shape. He missing whole eye. Sloppy try his best, using knowledge from before time, and it works. He did his best. It's not pretty, but he now can see all 3 eyes.
Welcome to Rob Go cleaning procedure.
Oh, this is the stuff. Thank you, Mr. Klawz.
How much of that oil did you have, Godfrey?
I had the oil that I had, Mr. Winger.
My boy is a man now.
Careful. I mixed that with avgas. It's mostly for cleaning.
I don't. Really, at this point, I don't care what you mixed it with.
I'm so proud. His first time drunk.
I'm just not even going to ask.
Sir, I'm afraid I'm going to have to cut you off. It appears you are currently ready for a buff and shine.
Thank you.
So I look over and I see Mister Klawz kind of it looks like he's covering his mouth because he's chuckling a little bit. A jolly chuckle, in fact. But and
Okay, that's it.
Is it all right that he's doing all that? I mean, I know it's for your team of Mr. Handies. Is it okay that Godfrey is gonna get himself cleaned up? Is that all right with you?
That is fine. He looks like he is in rough shape, and I have plenty to go around.
I think I'm getting more smooth as we speak.
Well, that buff is taking out a bunch of the scratches that the cannibals gave you. That
All
looks
right,
much better, buddy.
Let's get right down to business.
Cannibals! What is it that you mean about cannibals?
So the reason that we're here is because our town to the south, we come from Dust Ridge. I don't know if you remember where that is, but...
I have been there a few times.
Really? We didn't hear you at all. I mean, anyways, when we were there, a cannibal came into town and attacked. So we went on a mission to find out what's going on. Turns out there's a whole bunch of extra cannibals, and they're attacking our town. Now, half of the boys are heading there now to protect our friend Carl, who has a robot named Phyllis, and he won't leave, even though the rest of the town is heading to New Detroit. But we ran into Lady Gray and Jeremy and Honkin and is it Snorty? Which one are you? I forget. Those are green suspenders. Snorty? Grumbly. Sorry, Grumbly. My bad. I'm trying. Anyways, these guys have been taking good care of us and saved us from one group of the cannibals, but we know that there's a much larger cannibal party that's headed to Dust Ridge. But we absolutely needed to find, well, we need a fusion core, and the boys said you might be able to help us get one?
Question for you, Mister Klawz. Do you know that they're cannibals? Do you have them on some sort of list?
I sometimes go out and monitor the wasteland, but I have not seen a cannibal.
And then can you ask again, how do you know that they're cannibals? And then have William do...
So how do you know that they are cannibals and not just random raiders?
Because they eat people.
Godfrey, it's not polite to talk with your mouth full or while you're getting a buffer, I assume. I guess that's the robot equivalent.
Sorry.
They had a jacket of human flesh.
So these are bad people.
Would you call them naughty?
I mean, maybe.
They're not nice.
Bad, naughty, same.
Okay. I want to clear the air here.
Yes.
Mr. Klawz.
Yes, Houston.
Your last name is Klawz.
My last name is Klawzinski.
Klawzinski, but people call you Mr. Klawz.
Yes, because of my large claws.
All right, you have a workshop. You say ho, ho, ho.
Are you making fun of how I laugh?
Are you Santa Claus?
What is a Santa Claus? Is that a cannibal?
He's a guy in the North Pole who gives toys to all the children of the world. Or he did before the bombs dropped.
I was not alive before the bombs dropped. I don't know what a Santa Claus is.
Because you have a lot of similarities between him and the big guy up north.
Is he also a super mutant? Did he also live in a vault?
Kind of. He lived in the North Pole. It was very well insulated.
It's cold like Michigan, but I think it's a little different.
Okay.
It was cold in the vault, but only for those that got frozen, which was only the security supervisor.
Oh, okay. I think anyways. Well, you've also been watching The Wasteland, you said, right?
Yes. I keep an eye on things doing research.
Well, as a studied individual, are you familiar with a Wendigo by chance?
It's a large RV.
No, don't listen to him. It's a mythological creature that mind controls people into eating humans.
So you are telling me there's a man who gives magical toys, and there is a creature that possesses people. I think you guys are making things up, or maybe things have gotten worse in the wasteland since last I have seen. Did you eat the mushrooms on the way in?
Wait, Houston told me to. What, was I not supposed to?
No.
Oh, I may have had.
Those are highly hallucinogenic mushrooms.
I knew that.
No, it's gotten worse because of the cannibals, but the cannibals are operating under the sign of the Wendigo, which looks like these big antlers on a distorted human. It's not like a mutant, but it's some kind of evil creature. I didn't know if you knew anything about it.
Oh dear.
I do not, but how many of these cannibal things are there?
Well, we're not completely sure how many there are, but we know that they're strong and they wiped out an entire town by themselves. And they even ate a bunch of raiders. So they're pretty powerful.
So Mr. Klawz looks concerned at the mention of this.
What town?
It was Harrison that they wiped out. Why?
I am familiar with Harrison, and there is a man there, a nice man who I sometimes will help out.
Wait, Robert Short. Was it Robert Short?
Yes.
We know Robert.
I sometimes go into Wasteland for research, find parts of humanity that still help. I help those people that help. People who are nice, I try to help give things to make life better in Wasteland.
Have you seen his library? It is awesome.
It is immaculate.
What was that, Godfrey?
Sorry, it's the oil bath. How very altruistic of you.
I have much help in life. Vault have many resources, manufacture many things. Wasteland, not so good.
Like toys for all the children.
Houston, knock it off.
Sometimes, but mostly no toys. Children sometimes are turds. Mostly
Also,
help adults who are nice.
I know I had a nibble of that glowing mushroom back there, but are you floating right now? Kind of looks like you're floating a little bit.
No, what is wrong with you?
And I look down at my hands, and I have like 5 hands, and I think
Master McKinley, his serotonin levels are spiking dangerously.
I think it's the mushroom that you told me not to eat that I had already eaten.
It's every boy's first rite of passage. Just let him go through it.
What do I do with my hands? There's so many hands.
Terrence, go make this man a tea. I do believe he may be suffering the consequences of eating the glowing mushrooms.
Righto, sir. Just a moment.
Whoa. I'm going to go lay down on that bed over there. It's so plush. Do you remember how plush the bed was? It was so
remember.
plush.
So Jeremy kind of helps you over to the bed, picks you up like a small child, and lays you down in it.
It's so bouncy. It's so bouncy, guys. It's just, I could go up and down. It's really nice. Whoa.
Little Peanut, I hope you start to feel better.
I think I'm in outer space, guys. It's a lot of fun.
He kind of takes his hand and pushes you down into the bed.
Whoa.
Holds you there. And Lady Grey has now become visibly upset at the hijinks of 2 of you 3 becoming visibly inebriated.
I didn't mean to do it. I ate the mushroom because I was told to eat the mushroom. I was just doing what I was told.
So Lady Grey
How
pipes up.
big is this bag? I can reach from one side and not touch the other side.
Jake, would you please shut up? We have business to do. We're here for a reason.
Jake, there is no bed.
Houston's right. There is no bed.
Houston,
Nothing.
stop
Nothing
that.
is
Don't
real.
provoke him. Don't feed him that crap.
You're not real, but you're very pretty.
I know I am.
Not you, Houston.
She puts her hand on the hilt of her knife, her large knife in her belt.
Oh.
Mr. Klawz, we came here for a reason. We've got a lot going on, and we need your help.
But we can chill right here for a minute, right? It's very comfy.
She rolls her eyes again.
So there's this group of cannibal cultist whoever's going around killing and eating people. Meanwhile, we've been in hiding. I've been in hiding with my boys for I don't even know how long, and we've lived a quiet, peaceful life.
Until we came around.
Up until now. Until we had to save these idiots.
Oh, did it get warm in here?
Out of the goodness of their own hearts. And okay, maybe a little push from Mr. Winger and his slick talking.
That's me.
Whatever. 4 of your boys have gone to help their friend, Carl, whom they lovingly call Crazy Carl, of all things. So that's how we ended up here, and I wanted to ask you, nicely, if you happen to have an extra fusion core lying around, or if you can point us in the direction of one, that would be so helpful.
More of these mushrooms. The
One,
whole world
these
is
guys
purple
can help their friend, this crazy
and
Carl.
green.
2, maybe we can ward off some of
blue.
these cannibal cultists.
And little red.
Protect ourselves a little bit.
Pink.
And 3, I can finally be done with these morons.
Okay. I take some duct tape and put it over his mouth.
No. And I get out of the bed and I just book it into the forest. You can't catch me.
There he goes. There he goes.
At last, some peace.
Terrence, can you please go and retrieve Mr. Winger for me?
Oh, yes, sir.
No.
Right away, sir.
I'm going to take my clothes off now and you can't stop me.
No one wants to see that.
Make sure he is fully clothed. And be gentle. Yes, be gentle with my peanut. I will come and help. Mr. Winger.
I'm going to
I'm
the
going to-
forest. You can't get me.
Oh, no. Yeah, the mushrooms are about to get a whole lot worse for Mr. Winger. Buckle up.
Woo!
Terrence, Penelope, go out there and watch after Mr. Winger in the woods. Don't let him climb the trees.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
These trees are perfect for
Oh, yes, sir.
climbing.
Right away, sir.
This could not have gone better than I thought.
This
Like,
went so far off the rails. I have an entire 3 pages of stuff written out, and we didn't get past a quarter of the first page.
Yes.
We got past the description of 2 rooms. That's it.
These rooms are awesome.
The extended spa day is very much appreciated.
This tree is perfect for climbing. Whoa! Ow! I'm okay. I'm all right.
Penelope, I told you, don't let him climb the trees.
I'm sorry, sir. He's oddly slippery at this point.
Hose him off.
Oh, there's so many Godfreys.
So as Jake frolics off into the forest, experiencing the side effects of the glowing mushrooms that he decided belonged in his mouth, we have come to the end of this episode.
Oh, no.
So wait, a one-off line that Cody just threw out has...
Listen, this is the big red button you all decided to hit this time, so...
We have got to stop
Wait a
pushing
second.
buttons.
Is he gonna be like tripping the whole? Please tell me he's gonna be tripping.
Could this be like his origin story? Like
my
he's flashing
gosh.
back
It's gonna get trippy. It's gonna get existential. Like
It's gonna get worse before it gets better. That's all I'm gonna say.
Real weird, I'm sure.
Well, if this kind of weird matches up with your kind of weird, we're glad to have you here. This is the Big Red Button, and as always, we are very thankful for you all stopping by and listening. Yeah. We are a production of the Grapefruit Network, so we have 2 other sister shows that we produce, and if you like this, the chances are that you will probably like the other 2. The first is Potter Plus, which is William's deep dive into the Potter fandom in anticipation for the HBO series.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
It is something special. It gets oddly deep and sentimental as well, which I didn't anticipate, but that's what we do best. We just wax philosophically when no one
It was
asks
my
for
nickname in high school. I had to embrace it.
Yeah, I get it. And then our other sister show is A Doctor and a Lawyer Walk Into a Bar, where a doctor, a lawyer, a pilot, and a professor, or some variation thereof, walk into an imaginary pub where we talk about pop culture, we play a game, and then we finish with listener-submitted table topics from listeners like you. And it's a good time, had by most. Also gets oddly sentimental sometimes. So that is our network on the whole. If you want to learn more about this show, check out bigredbutton.show. And if you want to learn more about the network on the whole, check out thegrapefruitnetwork.com. So you can find everything else over there. But I think that is going to round it out for us this time. We're not going to make you wait so long for the adventures of Jake tripping. That'll be coming shortly. But from all of us here at the Big Red Button, I have been seeing all kinds of crazy colors.
I'm an enabler.
And I have been sufficiently lubricated.
And I am Dallas.
And I am Dallas. There we go.
And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.